Hey guys, Mike here from Soap to Sauce. Today I want to talk to you guys about influencer marketing. I used to work for this company, Thomason.com. It kind of launched me into selling products on Shopify and Amazon. Just this job was really, really interesting. I worked as a consultant, so pretty much my job was connecting big brands with big influencers and basically figuring out what the brands wanted, what they were looking for, if they were just looking for sales or if they were looking for brand awareness, and then kind of connecting the dots with influencers. Just making sure they got paid on time, making sure that the engagement was there, that I could kind of calculate ROI, and all those kind of interesting, good things that come with influencer marketing, tracking sales, stuff like that. I don't want to bore you guys with that. I can get really, really boring, and I'm not going to try to do that right now. But I want to go through this article very, very quickly and then talk about some of the specific things that I would look for when I was trying to find influencers for different companies. Just kind of cruising through this document real quick. It's a great kind of blog post, just to kind of talking about the differentiation between influencer marketing and some of the other channels out there to kind of get revenue online, such as paid search or display advertising. This is probably the most interesting part of the whole article, and talks about how for every dollar spent, that they found that people or brands were able to make $6.50 or around $6.50 for every dollar spent. And I think they pulled this actually from this was either from Thomason or from another study as well. But pretty much something to kind of keep in mind with this is that's kind of if everything is optimized. So, I mean, you can't just send people, from an influencer post to your website and just expect them to convert magically. It's not going to happen. So you want to make sure that you have a back end that's set up really, really strongly. What I mean by that is like a funnel or some type of a landing page that you're sending them to that converts at a pretty high rate. And then you also want to make sure that you're giving the influencers all the tools they need to succeed, such as giveaways, discount codes, coupon codes, all that good stuff, right? So if you're connecting all of those things together, then yeah, you could definitely make $6.50 or more for every dollar spent with influencer marketing. But if one of those things are off, or if you're reaching out to influencers that don't really have a high engagement rate, well, that's going to cause quite a bit of an issue. So let's dive into some different channels here and kind of take a look at some Pupspace stuff. So Lulu Pup is a company, you probably heard of them. They've big e-commerce, print on demand. They also have a YouTube channel, I think, where they talk a lot about running an e-commerce store. The owner is a YouTuber, I'm pretty sure. But pretty much they spend a lot of money and a lot of time on influencer marketing, and it works well for them. It really, really converts. And so, and that's because typically these dog channels have a much higher engagement rate than some of the other channels or streams out there. So you can hit really, really good numbers by kind of finding the right niche of influencers, right? And today we're going to be talking about these kind of doggo influencers that are kind of out there. So I'm going to focus on these two guys here, and then we're going to use this calculator and kind of go through it. So when you're looking at these posts right off the bat, the first thing I'm looking at is just the overall engagement of the post. So with this post here, it has 150 comments, which is absolutely amazing, because you might see a person that has, 1,500 or 150,000 subscribers or followers, and only getting maybe 150 comments. So the fact that this person has 15K and they're doing about 1% of that to even higher, 2% in comments alone, that's incredible, and that's a very good sign right off the bat. It's just 1% in comments. Obviously, like, good engagement rate is anywhere between a great engagement rate is anything over 3%. But a good engagement rate is between 1% and 3%, somewhere in there. But these guys are definitely killing it, because what I count as engagement isn't just the comments; it's also the likes out of the number of impressions this post got, the number of kind of hearts this thing is getting, the likes that people are liking this post, plus the comments. That to me is showing a really high level of engagement. So any one of these posts, I think, would be fantastic. And they just do really, really high quality work, and you can see that the people that are watching this are really, really engaged. Now, out of this, if you're pulling a 3 or 4% engagement rate per post, and I'm talking as an influencer right now, you could probably expect that would translate, let's say 3% of the total person's audience was engaged with the post, right? So let's say out of this, you have pretty much 500, 600 people right here that are really engaging with this post. Out of that, you could probably expect maybe I would say maybe anywhere between 1 to 10% in sales, depending on what you're selling and how you're selling it. And that kind of comes down to also, are you giving giveaways? Are you doing discount codes? What do you kind of do to push people in that direction to actually click out of Instagram, open up their phone, or click on the link and go straight to your website or your landing page, right? So out of this, you could probably expect between 5 and 15 sales, something like that, maybe even higher. But it really, really depends on a lot of different factors that you have to be aware of. So also, you can take posts like this. Like if we scroll down and we find the exact post here that I think Lulu used, and I'm pretty sure it's somewhere down here. I'm gonna probably scroll. There it is. So if we take this post here and then we go over to Instagram Calculator, and this kind of basically just gives you the rough estimate for engagement, right? And then off of that, you can pretty much kind of gauge your sales. So I don't know where they're getting this estimated value kind of thing off to the side here. I have no idea, because to me that would be very dependent on the product that they're selling. But for me, the most important part is the engagement rate, right? So out of the 15,000 subscribers that they have, getting a 3% engagement rate is really, really good. Granted, there's some crossover here between the likes and the comments. Some people did both, but still that indicates a very, very high level of engagement by these people. And probably a lot of people are stopping actually just looking at this post if your engagement rate is that high. So again, out of these total number of people that liked and commented and engaged with the post, you could probably expect between 1 to 10% sales, which probably comes out to be about, again, between 5 and 10, maybe 15 sales if you're doing really, really well, just from a post like this. And again, a lot of that's dependent on your price point, discount codes, the time that it was posted, just so many different factors that kind of have to come together for this. But the more of those factors that you can kind of grease up and make sure are running smoothly, the better chances you're going to have a lot more sales. And this is a post that will kind of live on as an ad, and that you can repurpose in other ways as well. I think one of the greatest ways that you can take content like this and repurpose it is actually by taking this exact picture or other pictures like this and then repurposing it towards Facebook ads or just other channels, or reusing it for social media. Because I think that's just a really, really great way that's often overlooked by these brands. And to me, getting these sales is kind of the icing on the top, as opposed to really using that content to kind of use as an engine to drive sales on another, pay-per-click platform, which I know isn't ideal, because a lot of the times people are like, wait, I'm going to influencer marketing just to boost my sales. And you're right, you totally can do that. But you just have to be doing it in a way that, number one, you can scale, and number two, you have to have kind of all your wheels greased. But again, some of these turn into fantastic ads that will get you a great conversion rate at a very low ad cost that actually might be more effective than running, constant influencers from now until forever. So I would be happy to kind of answer any more questions or comments. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below and I'll try to get to them. I'm probably going to make more videos and dive into some of these topics kind of on a little bit deeper level. So if you guys are interested in that, please also comment or like this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week or whatever day you're having. Bye-bye.